For the last 6 months or so, work has been proceeding on the construction of an extension to the bike path between Perth and Fremantle, and this has just opened up. It actually opened up on Saturday the 25th of September by the look of things. Now, work has been going on for quite some time on this path, and I'm going to show you what it looked like during construction and what it looks like now. And at the end of the video, we're going to look at what the bike path allows you to bypass. See that road over there on the left? That was generally the best option previously for road cyclists. Was a narrow kind of strip of lane on the side of that. Wasn't too bad if you're a confident rider, but not the best if you weren't. Now the blue section of line already existed. You can see at the top there's an orange section, stage 3. That's what we're going to have a look at. Now this is this is North Fremantle train station, and so you come across the railway line and head up to this set of lights which was put in temporarily, and you can see ahead that the path is now open. Now this is what it used to look like up until a week ago, and what I was used to doing was crossing at the lights, getting into this bike lane and heading north towards Perth, and I got to about here and suddenly went, hang on, there's people riding over there on the bike lane. It's obviously opened. I'd better go back and actually have a look at it, because I'd been past here on Wednesday and it certainly wasn't open then. There were still tradies working on the finishing touches. So let's have a look at the path. It's about 2 kilometres long. You can see on the left there's a nice wide island separating the road from the path, and look at the width of this path. It's absolutely fantastic. Like all Perth bike paths or shared paths, it's surfaced in red asphalt, so it really sticks out quite nicely. And look, this thing is so wide, you could almost use it as a road with cars going in both directions. Interestingly, on the right there, see that green space? That looks like some kind of water runoff catchment area. They've put baffles in it with rocks. Obviously, as the water runs off into that, it's going to slow it down. You can see those piles of rocks as we go along here. Why they built that here, I have absolutely no idea. It might be something to do with the ongoing construction work that's happening on the other side of that fence on the right-hand side. Beats me, but look, there's a path. Hopefully they're going to plant some trees along here at some point, because there's absolutely no shade whatsoever. Over on the left you can see they've put down bark chips or something. Maybe they're going to landscape that at a later stage. But look, this is all kind of very sandy coastal dune country. So I don't know if trees of any height can actually grow in it. And you can see on the left again there's that kind of drainage stuff again. So on the right hand side up above you can see the catenaries there for the train system, and on the left you can see there's actually a big buffer of bushland now between the main road that runs along the beach and the bike path. So it's not like they had to get rid of any on-street parking or any contentious stuff like that to build this path. They just ran a bulldozer through this railway reservation and then followed it up with a path. You can see that there's lighting all the way along here, which is really good. I think that was about that's what took the longest to install. The path could have been ridden on a couple of months ago as far as I'm concerned. Now here we are at the end. We just crossed over into the bit that opened, a year or so ago, and you can ride all the way from here to the Perth CBD, which is just fantastic. Now let's have a look at what it replaces. This is a fairly busy road that goes from Fremantle, and it's a port, so you get lots of trucks on it carrying containers and cars and all sorts of stuff. It's a 60-kilometre-hour road, and it's never been the most comfortable place to ride, particularly when you've got people who want to pull into those car parks on the left to go to the beach, or pull out of those car parks without looking that closely. A lot of the time it's not very busy like this. You can see there's almost no traffic going past, but you come down here on a busy day and oh boy, it's not the greatest, and you certainly wouldn't ride along here with kids, that's for sure. So the bike path is absolutely fantastic that you can now ride, families can ride all the way down to North Fremantle station. And what I did notice when I was riding there yesterday was quite a few families with very young kids. We're talking 4 or 5 years old, out riding on the bike path. And this bit in particular, you know, I'm so glad this is replaced. It's an uphill section, you've got cars coming up behind you, and we need to turn right across the traffic to get into this car park, to get onto the bike path. So that's all gone, which is just absolutely fantastic. Now this is a cafe that I stop at fairly often. This is just showing you what the alternative is to taking the bike path, because on the railway side there's now this very wide purpose-built shared path. This is the old path on the beach side, and you can see it's quite a bit narrower. You get a lot of pedestrians along here walking their dogs, because it's a very popular dog beach on our left here. And you can see along here there's lots of paths actually going down to the beach, and you've always got to be watching out for people just strolling up from the beach and walking out. It's a much slower path, but I mean it's a hell of a lot more scenic, because you've got the ocean down there on your left, and it's lovely to ride along here and look at the ocean. Although when the sea breeze is in, you can just about be blown off your bike sideways. But I mean, look how narrow this is. So the new path enables you to avoid all this. So anyway, there's a new bike path in Perth, opened without any fanfare whatsoever, and it's all good.